time. Most people that study full time work part time, or if you work full time, then you study part time. But you do have some superhumans that can do both. It's really down to you, depending on sort of how you want to go about it. But I do think if you've got the experience, go ahead and apply for those roles. But similarly, apply for other roles as well, just to get some good experience in the UK. I'll be honest with you, for some reason, UK companies value UK experience more than or UK, European, or American, Western world basically experience more than sort of other experience. So I'm just keeping it real with you. That's sort of the perception. So sometimes you may have to go into a company and work your way back up. But yeah, not telling you to do a job you don't want to do, but just telling you that don't pigeonhole yourself to manager roles. You can be a leader in your own right, regardless of the roles. You don't need to sort of manage people to be a leader. It will come across in how you go about your work, how you carry yourself, how you work diligently, how you add massive value to the organization, etc. So yeah, that's what I wanted to say. Anyway, does anyone else want to add to that at all?
Yeah, if you don't mind
to add something. I'll go after you, Shan. Go ahead.
Of course, no worries. Just very quickly, Aishwarya, I would strongly recommend, because some of the tech companies now are taking on part-time, not loads, but there are some now, especially in the reseller market and that side of it, and the vendors and all that sort of stuff, and also remote working. So if you are a student and they need someone, I know you kind of want something that is managerial, but just adding to what Thames is saying, it may be difficult, especially if you are studying. So something like a support or a team leader or something like that will probably be more suited to you. If you don't mind, can you reach out to me on Tech UK on my Instagram? I'd like to kind of go through a few things with you first before we get to that point, but I think I've got some recommendations for you that may help.
Yes, definitely. Yes. Thank you so much.
No worries at all. Fimi, over to you.
Yes,
thanks, hi, Aishwarya. Yeah?
Yeah, it's Aishwarya.
It's a beautiful name. I just wanted to say that right now, jobs for women, flexible working, there's such a big drive. So companies are offering more variety than in the past. So especially in tech, my company, for example, are recognizing that they do need to provide that flexibility, and we do have some part-time manager roles actually, and also Reed are running. They've got an initiative around getting women into tech, but also back into sort of management roles. So they have also a number of part-time manager roles in London. So I'm not sure where in the UK you're coming to. But so I'm basically saying that there are some resources that I can point you in that direction. And I'm sure that you may be able to find something. So firstly, it was my company, Citrix. And in my bio, thanks to Amin, I have put my website for my company. So please have a look on there and reach out to me if you find anything of interest. But also, there's an organisation called it's UK Indeed, and they have a number of part-time manager jobs in London, and then a third organisation called Reed, REED as well. But I realise that might be a lot, so please do feel free to DM me, and I can contact you and speak to you offline. And I'm done speaking.
All right, that's wonderful. Thank you so much, all of you. It was great help.
Hey, sorry, can I just quickly chime in there and just say, just to everyone very quickly, we are getting a lot of DMs on our Instagram. We will get back to you as soon as possible, but just bear that in mind, just in case you think that we're not getting back to you, because I know a few of you've messaged a few times, but I promise we will get back to you. Thank you.
Thank you so much. We're going to move on. Thanks for that, Aishwarya. Hopefully we can help. Hopefully that added value to you. That we can help you.
Yes, all of the above. My name is Idris from Nigeria. First off, I want to thank Shams for introducing me to this room. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Thames. I've been coming here regularly to listen to people talk. Some of their talks are helpful. So let me That's right, Joey. I started SEO, my SEO journey in 2019, and I do that with my 9 to 5 job. So on weekend, I focus on SEO. During the weekdays, I go to my 9 to 5 jobs, which is a technical manager at Savvy Power. Savvy Power is a representative of Perkins UK in Nigeria. But I I fall in love with SEO so much, so I am looking for opportunity to go full time on SEO, but remote. And I've been trying to, reach out to people, but it seemed as though when they get to know that I'm from Nigeria, they have this, thing with Nigerians, and I don't want to make a generalistic statement or come to conclusion that it's because of my location, because so many people get jobs everywhere, right? Um,
So it's definitely not your location.
Yeah.
I have friends who left Nigeria to go work for Google, Facebook. So yes, the country has a bad reputation. If they cannot prove your identity, they may make you go through more things, but it's definitely not your location. So switch that mindset because it's definitely not. I'm also Nigerian. I don't live there, but I see people every day get roles. So it could be if you're not getting interviews, you start with the step before. Is it my resume? Don't think about your nationality because there are people in leadership positions from exactly where you're from who left Nigeria and was sponsored to come work because they were qualified. So let's start with your resume to see if that's the reason why you may not be getting interviewed. And then if you get interviewed and you're not getting to the next step, let's talk about your interview prep.
Okay.
I just wanted to encourage you with that.
All right. Thank you so much.
Hey, Amir, would you mind if I throw in something real quick?
Of course. That's Sahil. Oh my God, yes. I know your voice.
Yeah, hey, everybody. Sahil. Yes. So one piece of advice I want to give as well. Sorry, I think Idris, you were the one speaking. So it's all about human connection, right? So for example, if you reach out to me on LinkedIn, there's a chance where I might respond, I might not respond, depending on your message. But work backwards, right? So if you know that people who are working in the U.S. to set your location filters of connections in the U.S. and people who graduated from universities in Nigeria, you automatically have a list of people who studied in Nigeria and now work in the U.S. and then pick your company. So say if you want to work at Google, so now you have a curated list of people who studied in Nigeria, live in San Francisco, and work at Google. So now you could relate to them more at a story level and be able to directly connect with them. So definitely start thinking through on how you could effectively sort of kind of curate those stories. This is Sahil, I'm done speaking.
Thank you so much, Sahil.
The database I shared earlier is something that Sahil shared in February. So it's from him that I got it in February. So yes, he's an amazing resource. So I just want to say that. Thank you.
Awesome. Sahil, thank you for coming through in the clutch there. Fumi, did you want to say something, love?
Hi, Tams. I was literally just clapping, and I think it's about thinking outside of the box, changing your mindset, connecting with people who have done what you're looking to do. And I was also wondering where Ike is as well, but I think he's left the stage.
Yeah, and also... Sorry, go on.
Something. I think what Amin just said is really important because I've been on these stages before and people say, oh, it's my background, it's where I am, and that's all. There's nothing you can change about that, right? But what you can change is your CV, what you can change is your interview approach and just your general readiness to bag that job. I mean, it takes so many things, you know what I mean? And I do agree with the human connection thing as well. One thing when you do get to interview stage, you want to build rapport and also don't demonstrate authority. Idris, I'm happy to speak to you because I'm looking for people with the SEO space. So if you want to reach out to me, we can go through my process. And if what I will do as a potential employer is obviously I'll just put you through the process. If you do need help, I can also help you skill up or at least prepare for someone else if you're not right for me. So
thank you so much. Thank you. I'll be in touch.
Nice one. Idris, I want to ask one more thing. How did you learn SEO?
So I had a track. Okay. First off, I started as an in-house. I volunteered to work for a company called Active Digital, owned by a couple of friends who are into tech. So I was just basically reading. I stumbled on a post by Moz, then a couple of content from Ahrefs, some excerpts
So you're
from
self-taught?
Google. What did you say?
You're self-taught.
Yes, self-taught. It's
Yeah.
self-taught.
Yep.
Then I stumbled on another track, and that really changed everything for me. There's a lady called Soil. I had Soil on Twitter. She's a consultant in SEO. So she designed this template for SEO learners, newcomers, right? So I went through that track. I'm still studying it. It's still a work in progress. But currently I work with Not Just Okay, the popular music platform in Nigeria. I basically manage a SEO portfolio. So I use Ahrefs, Google Analytics, Google Console,
Awesome,
SEMrush,
Idris.
and all of that. So
Thank you for that. The reason why I asked this because I wanted to ascertain if you were self-taught. My recommendation for you while you're applying and stuff like that, I would apply also for domestic roles with companies that have a good reputation for best practices for within SEO. So whether it's domestically or remote, just apply for those kind of companies. Do some research on companies that do really good SEO, have really high domain authority, that kind of thing. That would help you set you apart from all the other SEOs out there, because generally speaking, when you're self-taught, while it's good, you do need to get to a point where you do learn the best practices, you do sort of learn the rules of engagement in the game. So even if you don't stick to the rules, at least you know what the rules are, at least you know how to, best. I mean, the goal is first page of Google, isn't it, generally, and conversions, etc. So
yes,
you learn the best practices to how to achieve those things.
Thank you so much, Thames.
No problemo. Cool. Let's move on swiftly. I'm gonna introduce some really hit and happening moderators that have joined us today. So we're gonna introduce Jude, Jess, Mahogany, and Sahil that came through in the clutch. Loving your new GP, Sahil. You look really corporate Sahil. Cool. Jude, go ahead.
All right. Just for me to introduce myself. Good evening, everyone. My name is
Jude. Any role that you're hiring for as well, so people know what you're hiring for. They can reach out to you directly.
Okay, I would more or less, help people up with, how to break into cybersecurity if you need heads up with it. I'm also a self-taught SOC analyst. Attended as many interviews as I could until I was able to finally break in and find a landing ground for myself right now. But I've gotten to a point where I typically have an idea of any interview question that will come, in any SOC role. I can give you a heads up. Anyone who wants to break into tech, into cybersecurity, I'm more than willing to guide you and, teach you what you'd need to know in the role. I'm Jude, and I'm done speaking.
Jude, can I just clarify and ask, if I recall correctly, were you actually one of the people in our rooms looking for jobs at one point, and now you're like a big deal moderator?
Interestingly, yes, I was.
Look at God. Can you see? He's a good Lord.
Yeah.
Jude, who was your mentor, your lovely
It was Sham, the beautiful Sham, kind and always willing to help Sham. She's, when I was going through the ups and downs of interviews, of course, Sham was just an amazing listening ear. Someone who would tell you to, keep going and don't give up, really. So yeah. And I'm also willing to, give that kind of help to anyone who needs help with it, especially in the area of cybersecurity. Right now, I lecture. I'm a lecturer. I also teach cybersecurity, and I also, work in cybersecurity as well. So.
Yeah.
Great. You came to our rooms looking for a job. You tick. You also had a mentor, and it happens to be Sham. Tick. I mean, that's just a success story if I ever heard one. So well done, congrats.
Thank you. A tremendous growth, I would say. Thank you for the platform as well.
It's all love. Sham, did you want to say something?
Yeah, I was just going to say, Jude is a real example, like Laura, coming into our rooms, being mentored. He went through a lot of struggles, and we just kept pushing, and with a bit of patience and guidance, this is to every single person in this room, including myself, you can get there. Whatever you visualize, whatever your goals are, whatever your dreams are, we can do it. So just keep pushing, just that positive energy, keep that momentum going. You're going to have bad days, but we're just going to get through it. So together, we will just keep pushing. And Jude, it's really lovely to have you on our platform, and your journey is amazing. And I'm sorry I didn't wish you happy birthday for that day, so I'm going to wish you happy birthday now. Thank you.
Thank you.
Brilliant. Thanks for coming through, Jude. As always part of the family, always adding immense value. Thank you. I feel like I have to PTR again because I've lost my... Oh, there you are, Jess. Oh my gosh, Jess, the resume badge. It's been a hot minute. Hope you've been well. I've missed you so much, my guy. My guy. That's what we say here in the UK. But I've missed you so much, Jess. Hope you've been well. Talk to us.
Hey, John.
Oh, Jess, you there? After all that, no, man, I'm not doing that again. Mahogany, are you there? Good to see you again, as always, as well. Loving the little clouds behind you as well.
Thank you. I came in to listen, actually. I love supporting tech rooms and folks getting into tech. I'm in tech. I work for a large tech company. And so how can I help folks? Well, Salesforce is near and dear to my heart. I work for the largest Salesforce partner. And so I'm always interested in being a resource to those who want to get into the Salesforce ecosystem. And I am also very open in general if you are curious about working overseas, because that has been the bulk of my career. I'm American, as you can probably hear, but I'm based in Copenhagen, Denmark, and I've spent a lot of time in Asia, so I'm often a resource for people wanting to move overseas. So you can connect with me on that. Oh, and if you are wanting to work in the Nordics, yes, we need some Salesforce talent, so reach out to me for that. I'm a manager level, so I have decision-making power there. So that's what I have to contribute here. But I know it's a UK tech room, so I feel bad like making that recommendation.
No. It's all good. Yeah. We're fluid. Honestly, it's all good. So we appreciate that. And do you get a referral fee as well for hooking people up? Because that's a good little incentive.
It really depends. Not always. So it depends on the role. It depends on the geography. My last referral was someone who wanted a role in Germany as a trainee level. So I wouldn't have gotten anything for that if she got the job. She was rejected, but I wouldn't have gotten anything for that. So a lot of the times when I do these referrals, it's out of the kindness of my heart. I also have biases. If you're a sister, I will put you on. So that too, I can admit that. So I like supporting women. I like supporting people of color, and it's not always for the referral fees, but yes, depending on what level the job is for, I would get a referral fee.
I love that, Mahogany. And I mean, the reason why I ask is I'm trying to get you paid, but I love that you do it out of the goodness of your heart. We all do it here in Tech UK out of the goodness of our hearts as well. So I appreciate that. But yeah, make your paper. So yeah, thank you for coming through.
You better preach it. I love it.
Happy to help. Because here's the thing, like by expanding the pie without getting paid, I get paid, right? Because also I recognize that like if you can't be what you can't see, right? So I win by having more people in the space. So that's like an intrinsic benefit too. So I don't want to pretend like I don't get something out of it at all, but I'm open to having it not be monetary. I'm done speaking.
I love that, Mahogany. Thank you so much for coming through. Jess, are you back? Jess, are you there?
Yes, I am.
I gave you this big ass intro. I was bigging you up. I was saying how much we missed you, etc.
Oh man!
I ain't doing that again. I ain't gonna hold you. So
I didn't hear none of that.
Talk to us. Talk to us, Jess. What's happening in your world?
Yeah. Hi, everybody. It's good to see you guys across the pond. My favorite people. My name is Jess David, and I'm a career strategist. And I'm the founder of Resume Badge, and I support career pivoters um, looking to transition and just have a new start in their careers or a new career in general with resumes, interview preparation, as well as LinkedIn, definitely feel free to reach out to me if you have any questions. Check out my website, resumebadge.com. And if you just want to, see what's going on, I have an ebook on Amazon called Landing Your Dream Job with LinkedIn. So check that out too if you don't feel like talking to me directly. So I'm really excited to be here. I'm sorry I was a little late. I had some meetings, got caught up with that. But I'm here now. So hi, everyone. This is Jess, and I'm done.
Wait, what? You have a book, Jess? Go you.
Yeah, I don't really promote it. Somebody said that I should start talking about it more.
You need to send me the link ASAP so I can put it on my Instagram and spread the good news.
Yeah, thank you. Because honestly, I dropped it, 4 months ago?
Wait, what? And you haven't? No, I'm going to be your agent and your manager. I've got you. Don't worry.
All right, Tebs. I'm going to definitely share that with you.
All right, cool. Thanks for coming through.
Thanks, guys.
Quick question.
Yeah, go ahead, Shirley. Of course, you don't even have to ask me.
Thank you. Jess, what's your BSR? Are you okay to say that?
Sorry?
What's your BSR on Amazon? Are you okay to say that?
My what?
Oh, I'll hit you up on offline. It's just
okay.
I want to know what a BSR is now, though, because I was just like, wait, what? What's a BSR?
No, it's bestseller. No, because I'd love to help bestseller rankings. So.
Honestly, I don't even know. I really just released it and
really that stuff.
What to do on the thing.
I'll hit you up.
Help me, Shirley.
Of course, no worries.
Thank you.
Shirley, I know you're into the legal stuff. I have a court case pending about a speeding offence. Can you help me with that? I'm playing. Alright, we're gonna move on to Sahil. Sahil, my man, the man with the plan. Anytime I need a plug, Sahil's always available to help me out and put me onto his very, very, very deep network. Go ahead, Sahil. Tell us a bit about yourself and what roles you're hiring for, if any.
Yeah, hey everybody, my name is Sahil Maherli, based in Austin, Texas. I recently just left tech about a few weeks ago because funny enough, and the rooms actually work, hate to be cliche, but I actually found my new job through Clubhouse. Somebody found me in the audience, they liked what I was saying, they reached out, we connected. So I'll actually be starting on Monday as a career coach at the University of Texas at Austin at their business school. So
wow,
super excited.
Congrats.
Thank you. Yeah, so super excited. So I'm always here as a resource.
Congrats, Sahil. That is amazing. Please, sorry to interrupt you, but please hit me up because I'd love to do a partnership with you and the university to hire some of the grads just to get them in. I don't know if that's your remit, but if it's not, I'd still love to work with you on that. But yeah, we can talk about that separately.
Yeah, for sure. Let me get started on Monday, and then I'll let you know what I can and can't do. But yeah,
talk about a dream job, Sahil.
Yeah, no, it's super awesome, super excited. But yeah, so in my Instagram bio, I love giving away a bunch of different resources, so go check it out. A lot of great resources. There's a database of recruiters, companies that hire for sponsorships in the U.S., a guide to break into project management and consulting, and all these other big orgs. But yeah, so this is Sahil. I'm done speaking. Thames, I'll pass back over to you.
Big love, and all the best in that new role, Sahil, man. That's brilliant stuff, man. You're obviously super outstanding. By the way, everyone who's applying via the link in my bio, I get notified every time. So hit me up on Instagram to let me know that you've applied, and I can, maybe fast track your application, etc. So yeah, I see you. But yeah, back to Sahil. Sahil, I appreciate you, man. Thanks for coming through as always. And yeah, please follow Sahil if you're in this room. Mahogany, Jess, and Jude, follow them. Lana, yeah, make sure you follow them up and make sure that you hit them up and get involved because they're definitely great people to have. But we're going to move on to the rest of the people on the panel. Emmanuel, how can we help you, sir? Eman, are you there? Oh, nope. Cool. Flo, are you about, Flo? I know you were driving at one point.
Hi, good evening, everyone.
Hey, Flo, good evening.
You keep ignoring me.
Oh, child.
Oh, who got ignored?
Tessie, that was Tessie.
I'm sorry,
Tessie.
I didn't know that the mic was on. Sorry.
Oh, sorry, Tessie. We're going in order, so apologies. I'm not ignoring you, I promise. But we will get to you eventually, okay? Please bear with, all right, Tessie? Thank you. Go ahead, Flo.
Hi, good evening, everyone. My name's Florence, and I am currently looking to go into project management. I've actually got some experience with project management. I did 3 months as a project support officer for a construction company, but I don't want to actually go into construction. I just wanted experience. So I've got my Agile Foundation, and I've got my practitioner scheduled for next month, actually. You start reading, to be fair. And yeah, I want to go into like a tech space. I have zero experience in tech, but I do want to go into it, but in project management. So yeah, if there's any opportunities, I have been searching and looking. I actually was given an opportunity before COVID as an estates project administrator. I was willing to actually go to like entry role just to get a job, because the other one was just work experience. And yeah, because of funding and COVID, it got taken off me. So it really made me very depressed. But at the same time, it was nice to know that at least they were happy to take me. So from then, it's been a struggle. I've also paid for professional assistance to get my CV looked at and my LinkedIn looked at as well. So, I mean, I'd like to believe that the CV is good enough to kind of showcase the skills that I have, but I am struggling. I'm not really getting any luck. So I've come into this space because of a friend that I made on Clubhouse. Her name is Laura. I think she spoke earlier. So yeah, thank you.
Hi Flo, it's Sham here. Thank you so much for coming up and speaking. Can I just ask you, whereabouts are you in the UK? I know you've got a London accent, but...
Yes, I'm based in London, South London.
South London, okay. Just a few things. If you can, please reach out to me on Tech UK. On my bio, it's the link to my Insta. I think there may be a few jobs and a few avenues of helping you to break into tech, which I'll have a conversation with you offline. But I just wanted to say one thing, and this is with respect. When I've mentored people and they have paid for their CV to be done by somebody else, it's quite shocking. And I'm not saying that has happened to you, but a few of the girls that came to me and they had actually paid for them, and they paid quite a lot. It was quite heartbreaking, actually, because clearly there's organisations out there that are not really real organisations, like generic stuff. So I'd really advise you to reach out to me, reach out to a few of the guys here as well. But do reach out to us, because we can guide you and give you direction, and obviously you'll be able to see the difference, maybe, but I as soon as you said that you had paid someone to do your CV, it just reminded me of a few people I mentored.
Can I just confirm? Thank you so much. Well, I will reach out to you. And yeah, I'm open for correction, guidance, anything, everything. But just to confirm, I didn't actually pay. This is all genuine experience. It was just more to kind of fish out the nonsense, if that makes sense. Because I know there's like, how do I even say it? They kind of extract the keywords and stuff. So it was just more to kind of lay it out. It wasn't like, all my experience is genuine. Everything is laid out nicely. It's just probably better articulated than if I had done it, if that makes sense. So I hope that isn't an issue, but it's better that I'm honest anyway with stuff like that.
No, that's brilliant. Please do reach out to me. I'd like to have a conversation with you offline, and then we can just take it from there.
Okay, yeah, that's absolutely fine.
Brilliant.
So is this program, yeah?
Yes, via the Tech UK Instagram in Sham's bio. While we're here, does anyone else have any tips for Flo or any?
Yes.
Yeah, go ahead. I mean.
So Flo, you said you have 3 months project management experience.
Yes.
Just 3 months so far.
Yeah.
Okay.
And also, go ahead. I did my master's in project management as well.
Okay, good. So that can be considered 2 years experience as well. That can be a part of your experience, because usually you would have worked on a lot of projects during your master's program. But the reason why I asked is sometimes, even though you have just 3 months of practical experience, you don't want to just say that on your resume. So what you want to do is look at your prior. This is me answering this without looking at your actual resume. So you want to look at your prior resume, your prior resume experience, right? And think about what kind of work you did that was actually managing a project. You'll be surprised that some of these tech companies, if you have done a conference, for instance, on your own, or you put together a virtual conference, that is considered both program and project management. But specifically, what you want to put on your resume that will actually resonate. Sometimes this is what they're looking for. Have you ever used a Gantt chart? GANTT, Gantt chart?
Yeah, I know what it is.
Have you ever used it?
Well, no, I didn't.
Okay, so what I want you to do while you're working with Sham and working to get your resume up to date, LinkedIn Learning is a great resource. If you don't have, do you have LinkedIn Premium?
No, I don't have the premium.
Okay, don't worry. So LinkedIn Learning, I think, I don't know if she left, but Tiara, right? I'm gonna connect you with Tiara. She works at LinkedIn, and you can possibly get like a 6-month free LinkedIn Premium account. Even though LinkedIn Premium can be useless to some people, if you have LinkedIn Learning, I want you to immediately start going to learn about Gantt charts. The Gantt chart is literally what most people, 90% of the industry, uses to manage projects. So it's a way to show the project from start to finish. Sometimes they will kind of get the sense that you're still, still new in the process. So those